The sun shone down on the old vault, its grey and white walls standing tall in the face of the harsh wasteland. The vault itself had been built to withstand the worst of the nuclear winter, and its inhabitants had been living in relative safety ever since the bombs had dropped. However, this particular vault was anything but ordinary. While others had been built to provide shelter and food to those inside, this one had been built to conduct research. It was here that scientists had begun experimenting with a substance known as ferrofluid. Ferrofluid was a strange substance that could be manipulated with magnets and had a variety of applications. It could be used to create powerful shields that could protect the inhabitants from radiation, or it could be used to create weapons of mass destruction. It was a powerful tool, and the scientists of this vault had been trying to unlock its secrets for years. At first, they had been met with failure after failure, but eventually they had made a breakthrough. After months of experimentation, they had finally managed to control the ferrofluid and use it to their advantage. The scientists had begun to use the ferrofluid to create energy shields that could protect the inhabitants from the harsh radiation of the outside world. The shields had been so powerful that they had been able to block out all radiation and make the vault nearly impenetrable. The scientists had also begun to experiment with using the ferrofluid to create weapons of mass destruction. They had created explosives that could be used to level entire cities and even entire countries. It was a terrifying prospect, but it was one that the scientists had no choice but to explore. The inhabitants of the vault had been living peacefully ever since the scientists had perfected their ferrofluid experiments. The energy shields kept them safe from the outside world, and the weapons of mass destruction kept them safe from any potential enemies. However, all was not well in the vault. The inhabitants had begun to experience strange and unexplainable phenomena. Some of the inhabitants had begun to have visions of the future, while others had started to develop powerful psychokinetic abilities. The scientists had been unable to explain what was happening, but they had a theory. They theorized that the ferrofluid was somehow interacting with the inhabitants and causing these strange effects. It was a startling revelation, but one that they could not ignore. The scientists continued to observe and study the phenomena, but they were unable to find any concrete answers. They had no idea what was causing it, or how to stop it. One day, a group of raiders attacked the vault. The inhabitants were able to fight them off, but the raiders had managed to steal some of the ferrofluid. The scientists knew that if the raiders were able to use the ferrofluid for their own nefarious purposes, the consequences could be devastating. The scientists quickly devised a plan to recover the ferrofluid and prevent disaster. They decided to send out a team of their most talented scientists and adventurers to track down the raiders and retrieve the ferrofluid. The team was successful in their mission, and they were able to return the ferrofluid to the vault. However, when the scientists studied the ferrofluid, they discovered something unexpected. The ferrofluid had been affected by the raiders' tampering, and it was now even more powerful than before. The scientists had no idea what this meant, but they knew that they had to keep the ferrofluid out of the hands of the raiders. They decided to seal the ferrofluid away in a special chamber, and never open it again. The vault's inhabitants were safe once again, but they had learned a valuable lesson. Ferrofluid was a powerful and dangerous substance, and it was best to keep it out of the hands of those who would use it for evil. Yay, the end. Oh right, yeah, I have to do this stuff now. Like, comment and subscribe. And please watch my other videos and comment ideas on stories.